When I was in college, none of us liked the cafeteria food, so we learned to improvise. We all had popcorn poppers, and we learned to cook spaghetti. We learned to cook popcorn and just about everything else. And I learned to cook ramen noodles. I became a proficient expert at ramen noodle cooking in a popcorn popper. And that's the main ingredient in our dish that we're going to discuss today. Welcome to All Things Food. I'm John Woods, and I love to cook, but I cook to love. And I really enjoy cooking side dishes. In this series of videos, we're going to explore some of the great side dishes that will go with any entree from A to Z. So let's talk food. So you've probably seen from one of my other videos that people have an aversion to slaw. Some people really like it, some people don't like it at all. But I think I've come up with some pretty good recipes. And here's one that my daughter actually taught me using ramen noodles. And it's very, very simple. You have a couple simple ingredients here. You have onions are optional, a little bit of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, and of course 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. And then you have the flavoring or the seasoning that comes in the ramen noodle package. So we're going to pour just half of that package in there because we can always add a little bit more. We're going to take our ramen noodles. I always leave them in the package. Take a hammer or something and beat them till we can break them up a good bit. And then after they're broken up, I remove the package, put the noodles in a pot or a skillet, stick them in the oven and roast them or cook them until they're golden brown, probably 4 or 5 minutes on about 350 degrees. Just don't overcook them. We're going to take our ingredients, our sugar, pour in a bowl, and that's set up a little bit here. We're going to take our vinegar, pour it in there, and we're going to mix these 3 ingredients together. Pour our noodles over our cabbage. I just bought pre-mixed cabbage, 1 pound of it. And then we're going to take our seasoning or our dressing and pour over that. And then we're going to stir it all together. And I found that this is actually better if it sits up a while. And I like a little bit of onion in mine, so I'm going to come over here and add some onion right there. And it looks to me like we might need just a little bit more, so I'm going to add a little more vinegar, probably not any more sugar, and I'll add the rest of this here. So we'll add the rest of that package in there. I'm going to add just a little more, I'm very precise here, but you get the general idea. Pour a little bit of that in there and stir it up. And then we're going to let this sit for probably a couple hours. And there you have it, a simple side dish. You're going to love it. Roasted Ramen Noodle Slaw. So this was part of my series on 50 side dishes that you'll love to cook. Hope you learned something today. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. It's not going to cost you 1 dime. Hit the share button, share it with somebody, and then I'll see you here soon on All Things Food.